And we're back.
You are now listening to a brand new episode of
The Driven Out Podcast.
This is the conductor from Driven Out.
This is the Viper from Driven Out.
This is the Shredder from Driven Out.
This is the Reaper from Driven Out.
Pickup, which was kind of an odd experience. I thought everybody was going to start going straight from the get-go, but I guess it kind of took its moment. But, you know, towards the middle, towards the end, it was great.
Do you remember the exact moment that he picked up?
I don't know which song it was, but I know it's probably within like our third song, like third, fourth song in.
It's unfortunate when your drummer starts to be sluggish in the beginning. I get what you're saying. So thank you for picking up in the middle of that, Rick. I greatly appreciate it.
I wasn't sluggish at all.
But anyway, so how was your experience with Viper?
I got a cramp in the second song, and I was like, wow, this is a game changer. I thought it was over. I almost said don't do Crash Like a Wave because I didn't think I could. I could. It was my fretting hand, which never happened before. And like in the second song, or during it was the second song, I was just noticing slow, and I've never had it in my fret hand, and I was like, what do I do? Oh my god! And I just went through it, and when Murder Road came along, that's the easier one, so I was able to use. That's why in every video you see me going like this. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? But then it was cool. There was a couple pits. A whole bunch of my friends came. The curtain was tight. The opening of the show was tight.
Dude, how hot? Do you get hot in that leather jacket?
No. I mean, not really. When I had the jacket and the hoodie on, I was like, okay, it's a little warm. But playing with the jacket, no. Because I just have a wife beater underneath.
I have a personal game that I play with myself, and I try to beat my record every time. And I don't even have a record to brag about. But whenever I go into that thing with a jacket, or where I know I'm wearing multiple layers that eventually will come off, first, second song, I'm done. And I know, Viper Room, it was the second, Valerie, in the middle of Valerie, I'm like, fuck this jacket. Dude, I'm already so, this is too much. But I was curious because, when we're doing the leather jackets, if you feel that too.
No, it's heavy, but it's always been big on me, so I think it allows a lot of, airflow. Plus, underneath it is, this time was just, the wife beater, so.
Yeah.
It's a lot more breathable. But yeah, it gets heavy and it gets a little awkward, so I think I was song 2 or 3, I was like, yeah, me too, I'm out.
For me, I don't know if you guys feel this way too, but it feels like it gets so hot on that stage.
It does.
When we share that space. Mm-hmm. Isn't that, that's crazy. I don't know if it's the lights or if it's
combination of the lights and it being a smaller place.
Mm-hmm. How was your time at the Viper Room?
It was cool. I mean, it would have been nice to have the fog machine,
Fuckers, they ran it out before.
I know.
I kind of had an idea something was going to happen,
Yeah.
But, because when I told him when we first got there, he was like, oh yeah, no problem, just let me know. And we let him know, oh yeah, it's going to run out, of course.
Sweet.
I wanted to see after the next band if they had a fog machine, but yeah.
If that shit happens to us again, we gotta say, hey, we want there's something that you gotta make up for us.
You should give us the encore.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Yeah. See, hindsight is you go back and say, no fog machine. All right, but if they fucking say encore,
they were cheering for an encore. They wanted one.
No, yeah, it was. I think.
Yeah, but they closed the curtain almost right away.
Next time, what we do? Oh, dude. Okay, hindsight again. Monday morning quarterback. Next time we in a situation like that, immediately play. If they cut us off, I'll do my best to just get the crowd to go. Starts just make a riot, make a fucking ruckus, and just even that would be something that we're just caught.
Because they closed the curtain, but then they stopped the house music. So I was like, okay, that's why I grabbed by the bass. I was like, okay, this might happen. They might open it back up, but they didn't. Bastards.
Also, for the first, I feel like when it comes to this Viper Room experience, because it was our first time, I feel like it's gosh, what in sports could I relate this to? Where it's we came in our first time and we just fucking smashed. When the Kings won the Stanley Cup those years back, where they just they were zooming through people, just one of those where you just knew oh, this is a train you can't derail. That felt like that for us, and I was really happy for us to have that night because it was just the accomplishment was we set a goal of playing there, we did it. And then not only did we do it, but we had a successful night. We had people that reacted in a positive way and in a good way. And we came up with some really fun shit that we tried out for the first time. Even the Man in the Mirror, is that what it is? Mirror Man? The little...
the mirror? Yeah.
Yeah. that one was that was even a fun bit, you know. So yeah, I think we did great on that one. And at Encore, the first time we were at Bug Room.
Yeah.
Big times. Big times.
It was a cool little place.
It was definitely cool. So we have a special guest with us tonight, and he's helping us with producing the podcast. He's from our Change music video, which you can check out on YouTube, along with our second music video to that, Wild. But check out Change if you haven't seen it. It's a really neat concept, and the way that Guthrie Melchiade worked with us on it and how it came out is really creative, and it's worth watching at least 15 times and sharing to at least 20 of your family members and friends. But how do you want to go? How do you want to be introduced? We're going to say Brandon, and he's Pink. Picking up on the show, man.
Still don't say. Oh, there he is.
There
he is.
Hey, everybody. How's it been?
What's going on?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming along, man.
Thank you.
So you're going to be the first official guest for us on this.
That's
potty.
really exciting. Thank you.
Yeah.
A little nervous, but let's see.
We're gonna keep you on for. We'll keep you on for like 10 minutes, and we're gonna kick your ass out.
All right.
But what was your experience like on the Change music video? What do you think? Why should the people go back and watch it for those that haven't seen it?
For me, it was just a fun experience. You know, it's a rare feeling to have, like when you're having fun with your friends. That's pretty much what it is. I feel like most people, when they're doing music videos, it's more like very serious. They're like, oh, tight schedule. And for us, it's just like bonding. That's what it was.
That was fun.
It was just short, just short up fun.
Quick. Most memorable funny story from the first video shoot of Change.
Was actually like one of the first scenes when I was shot and I'm bleeding out to death. And I'm getting carried like a rag doll because I'm really light. I'm like 145. And I got Ryan just like rag dogging me, like, we gotta get out of here. I'm just like, what the fuck? So that was fun. And also, like, it's also hard to like keep it like serious, like a really serious scene where you're just having fun. So for me to just like dying and pretending I'm choking blood, it's like, I was like, God damn, I gotta pretend I'm dying. I can't screw it up. And I'm just like, in the background is chuckling.
Isn't it Rob Zombie that says that, or somebody said it's more fun to shoot horror films than it is comedies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun moment. Do you got a highlighting moment?
All the Ricketts outtakes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Every time the director was all, cut, because Rick did something dumb.
Cut.
That should have been a YouTube. Like, we should make, actually, if we get the compilation
We have
video.
at least 30 minutes of Ricketts outtakes.
What can I say? I'm just comedy gold.
That's
Like,
good stuff.
we're all busting through a door and Rick's all Sunday
We actually have like a
drive.
little snip of that at the end of the video, like after credits.
That was so the other one where it's the claps and stuff, right? But the other one that stands out to me is when we walk in the main door from the beginning.
Yeah, and it cruises in.
Yeah. Like,
It's like, yeah, my homie's not dead, like dying.
Who was it that bumped
not
into the
being
chair
chased.
walking in? Was it Ricketts?
Yeah, that was it.
That was Ricketts, right? Like,
Oh,
No,
yeah, the very
no. It
good.
wasn't me. It was somebody else, but it wasn't me.
Well, it's on video, so we'll see who it is.
find out.
Yeah,
It was
well,
on, it's on video.
go ahead. Find
It's
out.
on the credits for Wild.
I'm sure it is,
That's
but
so funny.
I am not there.
You were there.
you have a memorable one?
Yeah, just I mean, yeah, pretty much everything with Ricketts, especially like I know it's not Change, but when we did Wild, every time when Christian would get kicked by Julius, to see Ricketts crack up.
Oh, the Wild one. Yeah.
Like it's like watching Ricketts loves it when Christian gets hurt, so like just see him on the floor just laughing every time he kept getting kicked.
You know what's good about that is what's cool about, I think Guthrie caught it, is I got kicked right at the bell. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
When Julius kicked me, he goes ding.
Yeah.
That was the funniest one. But I think every time we share that, we put music over it so that people don't hear the ding. But the ding's pretty good.
Yeah, that video was technically all in one day, the Change video. Mm-hmm. I know there was another day earlier when you filmed with your sister, but besides that, everything else was on one day.
But for the Change one, we were in Old Torrance. We did San Pedro in Los Angeles for the main studio. Mm-hmm. Right, that was probably the main one. Outside of that, we're mostly guerrilla filmers. Like we're going to show up and blow up. Show up, go up, and then we blow up. But the studio where we had the shootout was actually paid for. That was a paid for rented out studio. We put our funds together.
That was worth it though, because like people were like, "Where was that? That's a nice set, like this and this." I was like, "Well,
Yeah,
It's all paid.
That's where you go, that's my pad, baby. Come on over, I'll show you some stuff.
Ricketts' garage.
It's Ricketts' garage. When he said comedy gold, I was going to say correction, comedy green. Because we're talking about change, but it's all good. 2 G's don't make it right. So, thank you for that. And yeah, hopefully we get another music video going out sometime soon. But if you haven't seen it yet, check out our music videos for Change and for Wild. They tell a unique science fictional story. They're on our YouTube, which you can find at Driven Out YouTube, pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. Just type in Driven Out Change, Driven Out Wild, Driven Out whatever. We're pretty much driven out. So, fellas, I'm a little bit excited. I'm a little bit majorly a little bit excited of this trifecta we got going on with these 3 songs that we were working on. But we've only played one of them, I think, live, twice or whatnot? Mm-hmm. But what are you guys thinking of them so far? Without sharing too much for a surprise, but you guys think the people are worthy and deserving of a 3-song EP sometime soon?
You bet your ass, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who's never heard this song, how would you describe this song?
Or the
I
song?
haven't heard this song yet, so describe it to me.
Who, me?
Yeah, or anybody.
As far as the whole EP, it's 3 different rides at the same park, if that makes sense.
All right.
They're similar enough that you could tell that it's all us and our style, but they're all different from each other. And there'll be 3 of your new favorite songs, but for 3 different reasons.
That's a good way to put it. It really is, because they are. That's like why we were talking about those 3, because they are like somewhat sewn together. It's like Orion's belt in a way. Mm. They're connected, but they each have like something else to offer.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I'm super excited about it. This is something we just thought about at this last rehearsal that we had, but we have these 3 songs that are exactly how Jay put it the best, and we're looking to probably give that to you guys sometime soon. You know, that we're going to be really focused on that. Maybe you might even catch some of these songs at our next performance, which is going to be March 16th at Malones, which is no stranger to us.
Parking's gonna be tight.
Parking is going to be tight.
But the show's going to be tight too.
Yeah, very tight, because Driven Out's playing. But along with some other well-known friends of ours, we have Mind Free, we've got Rome Apart, and we've got Desert Pinguinos now added to the bill.
Baby.
And forgive me, and I apologize if there's anybody that I didn't name that's also going to be part of that bill. That's the only information we have at the moment. But all 3 groups are groups that we have done most of our real growth shows. Like if you're a Driven Out fan, or you really will follow us deeper. Even if you follow us now and you go to the Instagram and follow us deeper, you'll see at our very seat and our very core, these groups have been with us and they've developed along with us too. Pike shows, I'm talking about all the Hermosa Saloon,
Yep.
So, yeah. You excited for Molly Malones?
Yeah, it'll be our 3rd time there.
Yeah. We were thinking to do the first 15 people that get a ticket, we were thinking about having some kind of gift or something to give back, because we appreciate all you guys always showing up and whatnot, but we haven't decided what do we want to give back to you. What's of value to you guys? And so, what do you think? Should the people decide?
I think so.
Maybe give us in a suggestion box. Maybe they tell us, hey, we'd like some free merch, or pictures, and maybe some autographs, or maybe a shout out on the IG story. Whatever it is. Or hey, I'm a musician. I'm gonna buy your ticket. Have me be an opening act. We could talk. Right? Can we talk?
Yeah, we can definitely talk.
Can talk. What do you think? Can we talk?
I think it would be interesting if you have a unique special shirt for that moment, and give it to your biggest fan at that place.
What if we do this? What if we say, listen, bring a white. You buy the first 15 people. We put our thumbprints or our handprints on a shirt and give it to you.
Rick's gonna get arrested if we do that.
Oh, the DNA's gonna show.
That's gonna be rough. Just big old green bam. Like, yeah, nah. Not anymore, man.
No, it's okay. The government already has my prints. I'm ready.
Well,
Speaking of that, what happened to the murder victim, the Mexican?
The government found your prints there?
Where you took her to Mexico or something?
I'll tell you this: if anything did happen, I won't be standing here.
You'd be in jail.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Just saying.
That means they haven't caught him yet.
Yeah,
No,
you
they
get
do.
more and more cryptic every time we talk about this.
Yeah. And the
No.
fact that you've seen her twice, dude, you went back to Mexico to see her. Or like you had another, didn't it? Wasn't that?
Yeah, that was the thing.
No, I didn't go back to Mexico. I went to go pick the person up straight from the border, whatever station, and then dropped them off where they need to go. That was it. I never talked to those people ever since.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some kind of video camera evidence from that.
I
We
can't
need-
provide it to you.
We need Uber and Lyft receipts.
Yeah, we need some of that action.
Sure. I mean, if it's available.
It is available. We'll get those documents.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll get them. We'll definitely. We'll
What
get
was
them.
her name? Do you remember her name?
Nope.
Say her name. What was it?
Get that on a t-shirt.
Oh, that is a
Thank
podcast. You say her name, but it's the Tijuana girl. Come on, that is like we gotta really push that Tijuana girl. That is something.
We can get a sponsorship by Uber through this.
We could.
You could try.
Brought to you by Uber, driven out. Say her name.
Where is
Say
she?
her name. Where is she? That's
You
the
want
second
me
one.
to say a person's name that I don't know?
You drove her
It's in
and
the
you
receipts.
plan to pick her up again.
No.
You should know her
Receipts.
name.
It's in the archives. Just
Yeah.
gotta dig through it.
Yeah.
First of all, the name is under somebody else's name, so I don't actually
Say that person's
Say
name.
that person's name.
Don't
Say
worry,
that
we'll-
person's
We'll
name.
see
Say
it on
that
the milk
person's
carton, bro.
name.
Don't trip. We'll see it.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, sure. Who puts people's
Justice.
faces on milk cartons
We
anymore?
want justice. We want justice.
Okay, go down to the police station.
I'm about to.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
about to.
After the show. After the show.
After we get this recording done. That's a nice shirt, man. Where'd you get that one from?
Oh. Bandmate got it for me.
Batman?
Batman?
I said bandmate.
I heard Batman.
I heard Batman. Hey, I'll tell you know it's
You
Batman.
said Band-Aid?
It's Batman. It's Batman. Yeah.
Okay.
So did you like that? Did you go to the concert for that?
Yeah, concert was great.
Yeah.
How do you know? You were asleep.
What's
I
your?
saw that.
They just
I
don't.
was asleep for the end of it.
They just don't what? I never read it. They just don't what?
Understand?
They just don't understand. Hey, why did you fall asleep at the concert?
Under different circumstances.
Who got drugged at the concert?
Under different influences is what
Who
that
got
was.
drugged
Man.
at the concert?
I'll never forget. I looked over. It was.
Hey,
was
hey,
Ryan,
Rick,
Christian,
it was better than the Rammstein concert, right?
No, nothing beats the Rammstein concert.
Who?
Penis.
Did I tell you the story?
Nothing will
I have not
never
heard
beat the
of this.
Rammstein concert.
We went to go see Avenged Sevenfold in June, and I brought mushroom lollipops, and I got 4 for each of us, and this guy was like the most. I remember him being all giggly.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like when we were eating, and he was like, And also, in case you're wondering why we're standing up at this cool little surfboard table, it's in honor of actually that night when we were standing up and eating and all hanging out as a group and having a band outing. And holy shit, we're almost standing in the same. I gotta check the video. Are we almost standing in the same sequence?
No.
In order?
No.
Oh, he's got it remembered. He's got the mushrooms helped him with that.
Yeah. I'll never forget that shit. Because I remember Ryan was like sitting there and just vibing. Christian was standing and having a good time. I had a leg up and I was like watching the show. And I was like, damn, Rick. And you're
Yeah, just sleeping.
slumped. And I was like, yo, like, what the fuck?
You know what's really funny about that? That's like you almost described like the live.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
very
that
much the
was-
same.
I'm glad you
I know you remember this.
Yeah, yeah.
What was Rammstein? Well, how do you say it?
Rammstein.
What was Rammstein better than Avenged Sevenfold live performance was?
Dude, it was just a better overall like pictorial performance. Like everything
Visual.
was just like it's like you're actually watching a movie happen like right in front of you. Even though you don't understand the lyrics, you can understand what they're projecting and the energy that they're
You know what they
putting
were
out.
projecting? I'm pretty sure you were talking about a penis cannon.
What was projecting?
The fucking penis cannon was towards the very end of it, man. That was the greatest
Projecting a lot,
moment.
huh? That's
Yeah.
why your best moment?
So can I say something quick?
Best ending moment.
That was sex, obviously put in that, right? You got to give us credit for booby balloons. That's the same. Like if you liked penis cannon, you like booby balloons.
At the whiskey.
At the whiskey, dude. And everybody didn't see it, dude. They were all just in front of us, and then the balloons just fall. And it was like rain. It was like a booby rain.
Fun fact, I was the one
Did
that
you get the
did
baby
it.
one?
And yeah, thanks to our boy
Oh yeah,
There you go.
that's a good one.
Brandon. Thanks to our other boy Utah and Aspen.
Yeah.
My girl. We got it done, and then it was like
Had a handful of
perfect
boobies.
execution. It was perfect execution. I love really quick.
Tell me that's not a
Can
great
we
moment.
can you zoom in and get the?
No, they can't.
I love that you guys did that though. That like the videos where
That's a great moment.
you could see them above the balcony, and they throw it over, and then the people's reaction. I love those videos because that's beautiful.
That-
I love that.
That and the backpack with the flames,
Yeah.
shooting the fucking rockets at the guy. But the greatest one that kind of freaked me out was the baby carriage. I'm like, why is there a
I've
fucking
never seen
giant
Rick have a
carriage?
big. I haven't, and still to this day, I've never seen Rick have a bigger boner in my life during that whole entire concert.
Dude,
You saw his boner.
I haven't seen like the like you could see
That's
see it through his pants.
Because I'm three-legged every time we go on the stage and play for our band. But you're just like, but like over like with somebody else's show, you're like, oh my god.
That is the problem.
Dude, because what they put on was just.
Well,
By the
we
way-
put on.
Well, actually, yeah, because you're responsible for putting that on too. So you're kind of talking shit about your work ethic. Really quick, that's not Jay's bass that you're seeing on stage. When he says that's his third leg, that's actually his third leg. We just put a bass over it. That's his penis, ladies and gentlemen.
There's a reason they call me the Viper.
Damn,
leave
we
that
got
out
with that,
there.
Rick.
And it has to do more with the snake. It's all about the snake.
How about the snake?
I think people know what a viper is.
And yeah, the snake and
His snake.
the tongue thing they do. Yeah, that's
Rick's more of a snake charmer. He likes to charm snakes.
Stupid.
he likes to blow into that rod and
I know what a
Snake
snake,
dances?
charmer
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not
yeah.
an idiot.
No, you're experienced in snake charming. We know. But that's about it. That was good stuff. Well, did you? I mean, I know you. That was a good concert to go to.
Yeah,
Encore. I mean, hey, they didn't have a curtain close on them, right? Could they have done an encore? Fair.
I think they did do an encore.
No, they didn't. What
That's-
they did, that's when you were
The
asleep.
mushrooms kicked in too
yeah.
much.
What they did is they just walked off stage and then
Oh,
like,
you're talking about these guys?
yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no. These guys failed. These guys dropped the ball so hard it was fucking ridiculous. It was the shittiest thing I have ever seen. Even though I was half asleep, I fell asleep because the show was fucking boring. Music was alright, but the show was shit. It was trash. There was no visual effects. There was nothing that was amped up. There was no fireworks. It was just bland. Like it was just we have these curtains right behind us, and we're just gonna let the light flash on them, and that's it.
Also-
I'm like, dude, I want something to
Keep me
look at.
awake.
Yes.
Also, I don't mean to like make a big deal about it, but M Shadows, you never used to wear a mask before until I just coincidentally started wearing a mask.
No.
Do we tag Avenged Sevenfold in this? I don't know.
I'm down. I'm
First-
This was
first of all-
Tag Ricketts in it.
First of all,
you can say Slipknot all you want, but I've never really seen anybody do a mask like I did while doing that. And then I feel like M Shadows kind of
well, M Shadows not only didn't he come up with longer hair?
he has the same haircut as me. But we're gonna end it there. Oh, I'm sorry, and I also M Shadows. You never used to wear a blue baseball cap with your logo on it until all of a sudden we came out.
Point
We
being,
got that on video. I'm gonna stitch those.
show is trash. But besides the first time we playing first song, but
And that's why you're wearing the shirt.
Oh, he's a simp.
I am wearing the shirt because I just grabbed it on my way out
By the way,
Why didn't you wear the Rammstein shirt?
because I
Did you
couldn't
get two
find
of
it
them?
yet.
By the way,
I
you
do
know what
have
I'm
two.
you know what I'm referencing with the blue cap.
Yeah,
I said that
yeah,
before.
yeah.
I'm gonna stitch that into this on our shorts because that's where I was like, nah, we're done.
We're done
That's
here.
still the deal. Blue cap.
Blue cap.
This has been around longer than We'll be cool about it until we tag him. Did you? I mean, what would if I'm gonna? I was gonna ask you about Metallica, but I was like, you didn't go to Metallica. What would you guys rate with Metallica and Avenged Sevenfold? Like, because you know how? I mean, I pretty sure Metallica is gonna probably beat them.
Yeah.
But
You gotta ask what was the first night compared to the second night.
I want the first night. Yeah, because you went both nights.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, forget about Avenged Sevenfold. Let's go to Metallica really quick. compare one night one, night two, and like, you know.
So
Well,
I'm
you're right.
gonna start off with the second night. The second night was badass. Getting into it hardcore, just really vibing with it. And Jay will vouch. The first night, you could say it was a pretty emotional night.
I cried.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I cried.
It was every time I look at Jay just kept having the face. Like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't.
It's beautiful.
And then when they play Orion, oh my god, they're playing Orion.
I like hugged
They're
Ryan. I was like,
he's
oh my
like,
god.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Then after that, he was just like, "Oh, it was like the happiest day of my life, man."
Yeah,
Fuck
that
Rick.
was-
He goes, "Man, fuck Rick. This is the happiest day of my life."
That's so good.
Yeah,
And then we
came
go
out
for the
with
second night. It's just like it was just like going to work. All right, let's
Yeah.
clock in. Let's do our job.
Yeah.
And then that was
stuff.
it.
Well, that was good.
That was that was something.
What
What
a
the
good-
fuck did I have to do with
You know what? This has been a good year for performances.
Yeah.
Aspen and I plan on seeing Incubus in a couple months, and then Chris Stapleton in June.
I saw Depeche Mode a month ago.
You've
with my
seen
dad.
you've
With
been
your
to
dad, right?
a good
Yeah.
few shows, but you know what? Yeah, that's really fucking cool. When we went to go see My Chemical Romance,
Yeah.
I think my thing is if I'm like I become a much, you know how sports fans act when they go to like sporting events and they fuck
Yeah, that's me.
That's me at performances when I know I don't have to perform. Like that was one of them where I remember like already just having the beers and drinking, just being pumped up for that, and
I don't know
then
if you guys forgot, but
I didn't forget. I've been talking about that all the time.
when I bought 4 tickets to Iron Maiden on October this year.
Oh shit.
well that should be our we should
Yeah, it's on Tuesday.
we should do we should probably like put together like an annual celebration and tradition where we all
It's gonna
go
be
out.
at the Forum again too.
Yeah, we should do. It doesn't have to always be the forum, but we should. It doesn't have to always be the forum, but we should do something where we do a concert outing at least once a year, just as a bonding thing. I think that's good. And for any groups that may be listening to us too, I think that's a good like group bonding thing. Is you can hang out and stuff like outside of it, and even like your own band practices and recordings and rehearsals are great. But to have a real outing where it's just like let's enjoy the craft without us like being at work. That was a good night. I was gonna say about the MCR show was I remember when they played Heaven Help Us and everybody sat down, dude. That's where I woke up the next day going like, god damn it, that's where I got too jock on everybody. But
It's like a B-side that no one really knows. Everybody's like quiet, and he's all going. He's all yelling. Nobody knows the song. He goes, "Am I the only one that knows the song?" It's like he was the only one that was singing. I'm looking around. Everybody's just kind of just like watching it, and he's the only one singing the song word for word. He goes, "Am I the only one that knows the song?"
and what's funny is I always wanted a moment like that, and it came, and so I was extra pumped, like, come on, so, but I woke up the next morning going like, no. I did that with Aspen and I went to a concert one time for King Princess, and she sings that song, I love it when you try to chase me. Hold on. Let me bust it out really quick, because she's great. But we went to go see her, and I knew like a song that wasn't, because I got to know her music, but she played a song that wasn't really popular, and I started singing it, and she's kind of like she's set for a specific audience, and so I think I pissed off that specific audience.
I hate it when dudes try to chase me, but I love it when you try to save me, 'cause I'm just a lady.
But yeah, so
While you're doing that, Rick is getting down to this.
we can play at least 15 to 20 seconds without them suing us, so we're good. Is this where did the penis cannon come out of?
That was not the penis cannon song. I don't believe
You want to put the
it
penis
The
cannon
penis
song?
cannon song. That's so good.
This is gonna be my 4th time seeing
No.
Iron Maiden.
was. That's the baby one, wasn't it?
No, it was not. It was this one.
Why would you bring out a penis cannon for a baby song? Fucking.
Let's skip over that.
Fucking lit that baby on fire.
You lit the baby on fire?
Lit the baby carriage on fire.
All right. Quick questions. The people want to know. They sent in their questions. We've got to now answer them. Rick, we have a fan that wants to know, what are you doing to be a better person this year?
I don't know yet, man.
Oh,
Yep.
to that fan, he doesn't know yet. All right. The people have another question. Jay, what would be your ideal bass situation between like what is the idea? What's the best situation like that you want on bass? Like your equipment, your like everything, the setup. What's an ideal bass setup if you want to start out, and what's yours preference wise?
There's two. I already think I have the best amp out of anybody I know. Not to be that guy, but it's pretty legit. But once I get my Rickenbacker bass, it's over.
Game over.
It's game over. That's the dream right there. It'll happen, but now I got bills. So yeah, the Rickenbacker with my setup, I probably wouldn't use my pedals because you got to play a Rick because it's a Rick, not you. Preferably a chair to sit on while we play because, I don't move around that much because...
But when you move around, it matters.
Yeah, when I move around, it matters.
You make
so if
big
you see
moves.
me get up from the chair, it's like, oh shit, it's going down. But yeah, preferably like a chair.
Stationary?
No, but but what I meant was like right now, like you move when the moves you make now, they're big time too.
Yeah, hopefully. And then the other one, my very first bass, if you're at the Viper Room show, you would have seen it. My very first bass I ever got, and I did a whole bunch of work on it. It took me a whole Saturday. It was 11 hours. And I put new pickups, I put a 5-way switch in it, changed everything, all the colors, all of it. And that bass is my pride and joy. It's my very first one. It's named Charlie. And I played at the Viper Room for the first time, first live performance with this new setup. So that is probably my current best of the best that I got. That and my red one, my Schecter, but that white one that I got that thing is the shit. That's probably my best.
Nice.
One. Yeah.
It's badass, dude.
Yeah, that one's tight.
Ryan,
Don't ask me.
you're
What do I do to get better?
you're a self-taught guitarist. I know what that's like. I think we're all pretty much we know what that's like. For everybody that's listening, if there's somebody that wants to get into music and maybe they can't afford it or they don't know how to necessarily find a teacher, how, in your best way and your experience and advice, how would you? I'll explain it to you in a second. That's what I'll explain to him right now. What kind of advice can you give to kids that just want to learn how to play guitar? Because I know some people already that they're just picking up the guitar and they're trying to figure it out, and
I'm one of them.
And they're not getting a teacher, whatever the reason may be. But how can we help these kids grow their creativity and learn something that is a very important skill we shouldn't allow to die, like the language of Latin and what produced in military time. We don't want music to die. We want less DJs. We want more musicians and artists. So how do we help them open the door?
I mean, just get a cheap guitar to start, and now in today's world, YouTube, the way that back when I started, YouTube wasn't even really a thing yet, so. I learned how to read tabs. I used to go to bookstores to buy tab books, and then I still have a bunch of them too at home. And I would just whatever albums I had of those tab books, just listen to it and follow along and just do it that way. But now it's easier now, so you can easily just watch YouTube videos on like playing chords, reading tabs, and then just look at tabs, print out tabs from like whatever song, and then just like. It's kind of like sight reading, so as you're listening to it, just kind of follow along, and then you just go from there. So, like I said, it's much easier now than it was back then, so that's something I would recommend.
If I could jump in on that, from the bass player side, the biggest piece of advice I could say is it's cool to have a favorite player and someone that you want to be like, but you're gonna get really... Like, whoever you're looking up to is probably like some professional musician, so their bass lines or their guitar lines are going to be awesome and hard to do if you're starting out. I recommend finding your own style first before you start playing crazy songs like that, getting frustrated, like, oh, why can't I do that? My favorite bassist is Cliff Burton, and even to this day I can't do all of his stuff. Like, I try my best, but if I would have started out like that, I would have gotten discouraged real quick and be like, man, I can't do this, why can't I play like Cliff? It wasn't until I found out how to play like me that I was like, wow, bass is pretty cool. I found my own style. So don't try to be someone else. Find your own style and ride with that and watch how good you become in your own style. And then you can start playing someone else's stuff. You got to earn it on yourself first.
AC/DC is your best friend if you want to move up learning.
If you want me to say something, if you want even an easier time, join a church. Join a church band because they will be more than willing to teach anybody how to play whatever instrument that they have available. So,
You still talk to Mocha Skins?
who?
Mocha Skins. Don't act like you don't know Mocha Skins.
No, I don't.
TAXE.
But that's just. I mean, of course, you don't really have to be all that religious. Not a lot of religious people who play in bands are, religious, but they're musicians at the end of the day, and they learned a nice, easy way that didn't really cost them anything out the pocket to really learn how to play what they needed to play. That's how I learned how to play the drums. I learned out of a church. So.
Sweet stuff.
That's the end of the battery for that one.
It's all good. I got some stuff for that. But, that's great advice. 'Cause what we want to do here, what we're driven out to do is driven out to live our own passions, pursue them, live them, succeed at them. But we want to help other people too, other musicians, at least people in our avenue, which with which we have experience and some clout to help with. But I think those are the good steps that we can give out right now. Final words for this episode. Thank you so much, Brandon, for joining us. And we look to, as we develop in this podcast, we want to have more guests from other groups. I've already been talking to some people that would love to be a part of this. I want to get Brandon more involved in this. I think even having Utah would be fun. But any final words for yourself on this episode?
Like I said, this is something that a lot of people don't know about me, but I used to be the bassist for this band. But due to scheduling and my other things in life kind of got in the way. But I'm kind of glad I'm still a part of this thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's outside work, it can be like promotion. It could be for anything, from that standard. Since I'm really glad to be a part of the group.
Well, we appreciate you, and this guy might be the rhythm guitarist.
I'm slowly relearning guitar.
Hey, actually, you know what? That was a good because we were happy to be able to help you and grow with you two as musicians. But what can we do? Promote your stuff. What can we do to help you promote what you got going on?
What's your Instagram? For your
or not the beginning of the habit yet, but just you're working on a project. What's it called to look out for?
Well, right now it's always important to know your identity, create your own style, trying to figure out what type of theme you want. Right now, my theme is neon necro. It's going to be like the duality of life and death.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I kind of want to make like sad songs, but with happy beats.
Sad boy
Cool.
music.
Sad boy.
I do have demos.
Sad boy Productions.
But yeah. They're not released yet. So hopefully this year I'll release some cool stuff.
No, and
even maybe collab with you guys, someday.
Driven out would love to help you. Yeah, we will.
Looking forward to your projects, man. Adding a little bit of spice here and there.
Rick, final words?
Final inspirational words?
You want some
and for this
inspirational words for this quote? Learn to be the better person. Even though you're in difficult situations, know when to be the bigger person and walk away. That's it.
Good stuff. Ryan, you want to do the next one?
Let your dreams become dreams.
What the fuck? No!
That's a good one. Jay, you got one?
If you're gonna talk shit about a band and their show, don't talk shit while wearing their shirt that you got from that show.
I don't care. I'll still do it even in front of them. No shame. No shame in my game.
That is a real one.
There is something I want to add.
What do you want to add?
I was in your guys' previous practice session, and to the fans out there, I heard some unreleased, raw new material that you guys can be excited for. I was actually listening to it at the gym, and I was like, "This is gonna be awesome."
It's going down.
So get excited.
I greatly appreciate. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's all we aim to do is really kind of just bring a new set of a breath of fresh air in life. My quote, and what I want to say is I'm going to take from Abraham Lincoln is, in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's life in your years. And that spoke out to me because I felt like that's pretty much like what we've been doing in this project, and what we've been driven out to do is putting life in our years and not counting how old we are or how long we've made it or what we're doing, how long we've been playing this or that. but just that every day and every week, every month, and every finite year that we have, we're living it up. And I like to think, because that's at least what I go out on stage doing, that we all have a certain passion and a belief that when we go out there, we're also pushing other people to feel that way and inspire them to just want to go out and do that. And yeah, your life is what you make it. So we wish you the best. You're our people. We're your guys. We're driven out. You guys have a good night. Make it home safe.
Driven Out is recorded in front of a live studio audience on the moon.